Hello, Bashar.
And you good day.
It's a pleasure to visit with you again.
And you as well.
My question concerns, since I was very little, I have always had rather vivid associations that result from emotional reactions that result from very specific combinations of colors, very specific wavelengths occurring either within a painting or naturally occurring in the environment. Yes. And these seem to be unrelated to anything that I could put my finger on and say is an association, that might trigger that, an association from that particular time.
Well, no. The idea is that many of you are simply increasing your perceptual sensitivity to different kinds of vibrations and interpreting and filtering them through you in different ways now. So you are expanding your ability to sense things in a different way. You're actually starting to be able to communicate with color itself, with the vibration of those things. And the combinations are a language unto itself that you're beginning to understand. Because that's what happens. It's one of the symptoms of the expansion of consciousness, is that you become more perceptive of different levels of vibrational information that are all around you all the time, but which many of you have never seen because you have let them be invisible to you because your senses were not sensitive enough. But now the senses are becoming more sensitive to all the different wavelengths and frequencies of information going on around you from different dimensions in different ways and different expressions of different forms of consciousness all the time. Yes?
Yes. And as this has been going on since I was a child, and there seems to be a connection between some of these very vivid emotional reactions.
Well, of course.
I was wondering, I had heard from Seth that faster-than-light phenomena sometimes impinge on this sensorial, this third dimension, or third density.
Yes, because as you expand your senses, you're going beyond the physical domain. So, of course, when you go beyond the physical domain, you'll be able to perceive things that are operating at much higher frequencies than the concept you call the speed of light.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And these associations across time seem to be, they're very specific, and
yes.
I'll find myself, many years after originally having experienced this combination of colors to begin with,
yes.
re-experiencing it
yes.
with the same intensity of emotion.
Well, some people use the synchronicity of numbers. You're using the synchronicity markers of color and those vibrations to let you know when you are on the vibrational path that is perfect for you.
I see. Okay. Thank you.
It's a different language, that's all.
Uh-huh.
Make sense?
It does, yeah.
Does this help you?
It does. May I ask you one other question?
Well, that was a question.
Something of a more generalized...
Yes, but you don't have to ask if you can ask. Okay. Otherwise, you've already asked the question.
Got it. Okay, thanks. You've spoken in the past about the idea that out of,
I never speak in the past. I always speak in the present.
I've heard in the past.
I understand what you mean. I'm just having some fun with you.
I know. Let's see. The idea that new economic paradigm will be inextricably intertwined in a way with the emergence of what we think of as free energy or free energy from the vacuum.
That version of Earth, in fact, a multitude of versions of Earth like that already exist.
Yes. What I was wondering is, sort of extrapolating further and considering probable Earth futures, how does this relate to the photosynthetic capacity of the Earth and the actual carrying capacity of the Earth, if, in fact, all boats are able to rise equally and freely,
in the way that we interpret what you are asking, there are actually versions of Earth that derive their power from absolutely nothing but the plants on the planet. You understand? They actually have found ways to convert the concept of photosynthesis from the different trees and flowers and plants and things like that in ways they can actually, shall we say, funnel through or allow the energy of the photosynthesis to channel through the plants into a variety of devices wirelessly.
I see. But as far as stuff to eat, I mean, assuming even we have, the capability of desalinating water in great quantities at not a great expense, and the capacity to grow without, the amount of petrochemical inputs that we have now.
Yes, of course you do. You already know that you have that capacity. It's simply a matter of whether or not you choose to express that in your reality, and thus shift to a reality that already expresses it. Yes?
but it would appear that the capacity, the photosynthetic capacity of everything that is growing on the planet would not sustain the number of bodies on the planet.
Well, you may shift to a version of Earth that doesn't have as many bodies on it. And or you will find that the capacity of the vibrational state that the bodies have reached will actually amplify even a small amount of energy to be adequate. In some senses, this is what we do, because we no longer eat, we no longer sleep. We are deriving our sustenance directly from the energy of our planet and the energy of the cosmos. But because we operate on a certain frequency level, we don't actually need very much, because our own energy, our own vibrational state amplifies and magnifies what we get. Because isn't that the idea of what you call free energy, that you perceive what you call to be over unity? You get more energy out than you put in? Yes?
Interesting, yeah. No,
So the idea is that it doesn't take very much energy in to actually experience a lot of energy out when you are vibrating at a rate that is a particular multiple of the energy coming in. You will amplify it in such a way that there will be more energy out, because you're tapping into a multiple level, dimensional kind of amplifier. So whatever energy you're drawing on from one dimension will actually be augmented and magnified by the vibrational energy of a multitude of dimensions, and you will have more at your disposal, and the energy that you're drawing upon in your reality is actually being used as nothing more than a kickstart. You follow?
that makes sense, yeah.
Yes. Does that help?
It does, yeah.
Anything else?
May I ask one quick question about...
Didn't we already establish that you don't have to ask if you can ask?
Well,
trust us. If we are telling you that there is no purpose or it's not appropriate to ask something, we'll let you know.
Okay.
So you don't have to spend time asking if you can ask.
okay, thank you.
Yes.
In thinking about energy and technology, I sometimes wonder if our discomfort with the idea of directed energy weapons and the secrecy surrounding that
Yes.
has a relationship to the destruction of Atlantis,
Of course
and
it
whether
does.
that's racially imprinted.
Of course it does. But the idea is that cross-connection is being made from the present.
Yeah,
Yes?
I see.
So the idea is that there is a lot of expression of cross-connection to Atlantean times, so that you can decide in the exploration of the theme you're doing here to perhaps learn to do it differently.
Got it. Okay,
Yes?
that makes sense. Thank you. very
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
And to you, good day.
So a lot of channels are kind of delivering the message that, you know, the Earth might be raising to a new frequency or
Not
density.
maybe, is.
Okay, is. Okay, good. So, and some are even saying that possibly it'll be like a shift into two different ones versus...
No. There are an infinite number of variations of Earth. An infinite number. They already exist. You decide which you're going to experience at any given moment, which you're going to shift to at any given moment by whatever vibrational state you choose to be at that moment. And you are shifting through billions of versions of Earth every second. You understand?
Okay.
So you have an infinite array of this. You may focus for a time, because of the theme you're exploring, on 1 or 2 or 4 or 8 or 16, but that doesn't mean that an infinite number don't exist already.
Okay. So...
Yes.
All right, so like one channeled message, or maybe a few of them, were saying, I mean, obviously, if there's infinite, it can be any, right?
Yes, it can.
And so one was saying something like, you know, money won't be like what it is now. Like
That's a high probability for the general path that most of you are choosing. It won't necessarily be that way for everyone. But there is a general consensus and a high degree of probability that many of you will shift in the direction of an Earth where the idea of exchange will be expressed in a very different way in time. Mostly you will wind up, as we perceive the energy direction you're going in now, at a place on an earth, eventually, that expresses the idea of exchange and value and worth and appreciation on the actual abilities and skills of people themselves, and there will no longer really be a need for the idea of an artificial medium of exchange. This is in some senses how we operate, because there may be a guiding body, a synchronizing, amplifying body, not a government per se, but we always just wind up exactly where we need to be, when we need to be there, with whom we need to be, having whatever skills they need, and them having whatever gifts we need, simultaneously, synchronistically, automatically. So we don't need any kind of an artificial medium of exchange. We are the medium of exchange.
Okay, so
Yes.
then asking the question from the reality that I'm operating from now.
This one?
And probably
this one,
many.
This one? This one?
Yes.
This one? This one? This
All
one?
of them.
This one? This one? This one?
All the ones that I'm choosing to experience, and I bet many people
Yes.
here are also.
All right.
What does that mean for, so I right now, I would say I want to choose one, like you said, where money is not a medium of exchange.
If that is a representation of one of the elements of the ideal reality, the ideal version of Earth for you, and that truly, as you say, rings your bell, strikes a chord within you as being what you prefer, then all you need to do to shift in that direction is the formula we've already given.
Follow highest excitement.
Act, act,
Okay.
act on your highest excitement to the best of your ability, taking it as far as you can until you can take it no further, then keep acting on the next most exciting thing, and the next, the next, the next, the next, the next, with no insistence whatsoever on what you think the outcome should look like. You can have the visualization as a guide, but the visualization of the ideal reality doesn't mean it will look like your physical mind created it to look. It may look very different. But what you understand about the visualization, it is the symbol that your physical mind needs at this moment as a representation of the ideal reality, and that it will get you excited about that reality, which puts you in the proper state to manifest that reality. But the way the reality manifests more quickly is if you allow the state to remain, but completely dump the picture in your mind, and allow the higher mind to replace it with the actual physical representation that is truly representative of the state that you now have generated with yourself. Because you see, your physical mind isn't necessarily capable of understanding what the actual outcome needs to look like. The physical mind is very limited in the symbols it can choose. But the symbols it can choose can generate the appropriate vibrational state. So if you drop the symbols and allow the higher mind to bring you through its vision, the idea of what will actually be best represented by that state, then you will receive the actual manifestation at whatever pace is relevant for you and best for you, that will actually fulfill the idea of the idealized reality. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So then getting a little more nitty gritty on the idea.
Nitty and gritty. All right.
More
Are they your
daily.
friends?
Yeah,
Here
they
is
are
nitty,
sometimes.
Here is gritty. Good to meet you.
Then, so what does that mean? Because,
What does what mean?
well, okay, just let me ask really quick.
Yes.
Since I'm thinking that I probably won't be in that reality before April 15th, or tax day, I'm just wondering how do I deal on like a
I
daily...
will tell you. First and foremost, you cannot move in the direction that you prefer if you are running in fear. You will actually be moving in the opposite direction that you prefer. It's not about running from, it's about running to. Do you
Okay.
understand the difference vibrationally?
I definitely don't feel I'm running in fear, but
Then why are you concerned?
Well, it's interesting to me. Like, do I put
Yes.
money in a 401k or in a retirement plan?
Does it excite you?
Well, it's not exciting, but it doesn't give me fear. But it just kind of contradicts what I would like to believe is we're getting all away from that, and it won't even matter.
But you're not getting away from it tomorrow.
Right, or by April 15th.
For most of you, probably not. However, Why not look at it from the other point of view? Why would it matter if April 15th came around? Why would it matter? Tell me why it matters. Why are you singling that out as being of a matter for you?
I guess because I would try to follow the federal government rules.
Try?
I'd try, yeah.
Try. What is it that you would do on that day?
Well, by
Pay
that,
your taxes?
Yeah, you have to put money into your accounts before that day.
All right. And so, why does that matter that you need to do that?
Well, it would matter if in the reality I was living before I got into all of these thoughts and ideas and stuff,
Yes.
it would definitely matter because they would say, oh, well, you won't have money when you retire and stuff like
Yes.
that.
So why do you choose to believe in that?
Well, I'm not sure I do, but
You're not sure you do?
Exactly.
Or
Like I'm
you
going
don't?
back and forth. I go back and forth.
Why do you choose to go back and forth between what you prefer and what you don't?
Because I haven't fully shifted into that reality where
Why haven't you fully shifted into that reality? What's holding you
Doubt.
back? Which is? Doubt
not
is?
a trust in
Trust
something
in a
I don't.
definition you don't prefer. So why are you trusting in a definition you don't prefer?
Okay.
What makes that definition seem like the one to trust in when you say you don't prefer to? You heard us talk about the thing called motivational mechanisms, yes? An attachment of belief systems to the mechanism
sure.
of your
Yeah.
motivation?
Yeah.
So what's the belief you have that allows you to keep choosing things you don't prefer, as opposed to
Okay.
the alternative, which you say you prefer, but don't choose?
Okay. I'd still like my accounts to be full of number 9s, though.
Yes, well, if they need to be, do you believe they can be?
Totally.
Well, then who cares what the date is?
Okay. Well, I don't care about the
understand?
date, but just the whole idea of
The
it.
whole idea of what?
Well, taxes and
All right. But again, the idea is you can do things about that. It is your society, right?
I don't really have any excitement to do anything about it.
I thought you were talking about the idea of doing something about it in some way, shape, or form.
Only maybe on a personal level.
So what?
Okay. So I'm not sure what I
Are
would
you
do
the
then.
only person in your reality that gets taxed?
No.
All right. Why does not doing something on a larger scale also affect you personally? Why are you making a difference between a larger scale and a personal scale?
Because I believe that I would have to do things that are no of interest to me, like get involved in politics or something like that.
Why do you believe that? How do you know that's true for you?
Well, it's never been an inspiration.
So what you're saying is actually this. This is the bottom line that you're coming across with. Paying attention?
Yes,
Are you sure?
I am.
All right. I don't want to tax you. You are saying to us, I have a definition of my excitement that is contradictory to the concept of excitement. Because you're saying, oh, well, if I was going to do that, I'd have to go about it in ways that are not exciting to me, not inspiring to me. Instead of, if that is something that would actually work, there must be a way I can go about it that would be representative of my passion. And
Okay.
then I will allow my synchronicity to demonstrate what that is. If nothing comes up, then I know there is no particular path here that is representative of my excitement. But by saying that there can't be, before you know whether there is or not, is actually having a contradictory definition of your excitement. Because there could be. There could be an exciting way for you to do this. You're just buying into what your society says is possible and not possible, and you're thinking that that's true for you.
Sure.
So, in fact, you're actually contradicting yourself because you said, well, I only really want to do this on a personal level. I don't want to do it on a big societal level. But you're actually buying into the societal ideas instead of the ideas that are personal to you that could work. So you're actually contradicting yourself.
Okay.
You follow? All you need to do is say, all right, here's a circumstance. It's totally neutral. Totally neutral. I would prefer to give it a positive meaning. So by giving it a positive meaning, that means my personal reality. my personal synchronicity, will demonstrate to me the path of least resistance. Now, the path of least resistance, the opportunities that might be being presented to you synchronistically by your higher mind, might involve a broader spectrum of things, might involve a larger slice of society. But the point is what you will be presented with will be presented to you in a way that matches the frequency of your excitement. Because if it didn't, what would be the point? Make sense?
Yeah.
So you need to relax your insistence and conditions about how you think you need to go about something, and just let your reality show you the way to go about it by trusting that it will present you with something that will work for you, no matter in what form it comes, and that because it is in alignment with your excitement, it won't matter what the actual method is, or modality is, or format is. It might be larger, it might be political, it might be sociological, it might even be religious, who knows? But it doesn't matter, because you know that if it comes to you, it will come to you as a match to the frequency of your excitement, because by definition, your excitement cannot contain ideas that are not part of that frequency. You follow?
Yeah.
Does this help?
It does.
All right. So stay in the vibration of knowing that whatever path will work best for you, whatever is representative of the path of least resistance, will come to you. But only if you don't shut the doors to all the ways it could come. Otherwise, you're the one restricting yourself. You're the one taxing yourself, instead of relaxing into the idea that if it's going to come, it'll come through whatever doorway will work. And so you don't have to care what that doorway is. Yes?
Okay. Yes.
So, relax, don't tax.
That's great.
All right? And that's why you're focused on that issue. Because you are collecting a tax on yourself and depreciating who you are instead of appreciating. It is absolutely no accident that the terms appreciate and depreciate exist both energetically and monetarily. There's a symbol there for you. Don't depreciate yourself and thus render yourself incapable of having enough worth to do what you need to do. Value yourself, appreciate your life, appreciate your circumstances, appreciate your situation. Give it a positive meaning, and you will be shown how you can move forward in a positive way, as long as you don't shut the doorways that you think are not supposed to have anything to do with me. Because remember, the idea of choosing a positive reality doesn't mean you invalidate the one you don't prefer. In fact, that's what anchors you to it. By everything being equal and everything being equally valid as a choice, then you are capable of choosing what you prefer. Make sense? Because you're not giving undue energy to what you don't prefer. You follow me?
Yeah.
Is this helping you relax?
It is, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Then?
So my conclusion is that
Yes.
continue to put money in until
Are you
you're
excited about that?
I'm not excited.
I'm not excited. All right, well, I suppose I'll take that as a step in the positive direction.
Okay.
But remember, if you will, our factory analogy, you're the one that has the master key. So it's up to you to decide what beliefs are real to you and true
Okay.
for you. Yes?
Yes.
And you get to choose.
I need to focus on that more, for sure.
Well, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it
Wouldn't
would.
that be more fun to focus on the ideas and the beliefs that are more in alignment with who you prefer to be rather than the ones that are not?
Yes.
All right, well, then if you don't choose those, you have only to ask yourself, why not? Yes?
Okay. Really good.
Does this help you?
It does.
Why, thank you.
Oh, I've got one more.
Oh, do you now?
I do.
Well, you certainly seem to have an abundance of questions.
Yes.
All right.
I enjoy abundance of good things.
Oh, all right.
Let's see. So again, there's like the idea that, as we go along in our,
Would you like to begin again?
yeah. Well, okay, so we're, like each life we live, or however you want to say it, we would be increasing our vibrations or frequencies.
You can look at that way, and you can create that experience, even though all lives exist simultaneously.
Okay, so are we not, well, we're growing.
Yes, right now,
And
in
so
the present.
some, I don't know if it's necessarily just you, but like, you know, different channels or different messages that are kind of along the same line, they would say like, you know, we might be growing to, like, kind of returning to a oneness with, I don't know, like God or the universe.
Well,
or,
in a sense, as we initially explained, you are becoming more aligned with the understanding that you are an aspect of all that is, yes.
so it's just you would just become aligned with the understanding, or actually you like.
You will experience that point of view.
Okay.
Eventually.
So
When it is
that-
relevant.
Okay. So
Yes.
so it's not like, I guess maybe what I was envisioning, like
What were you envisioning?
I was envisioning like, well, as you like get absorbed back into
No.
one thing.
You don't get absorbed into anything.
Okay.
Everything absorbs into you. You never lose your identity. You
Okay.
don't become absorbed into all that is. You realize you are all that is.
Okay.
That's the difference. The perspective that is you exists. The first law says that can never change. So any blending or alignment or so-called absorption with all that is has to happen from the perspective that is you. You can't lose it.
Okay, that feels a lot better.
Thank you.
Okay.
Help?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely.
All right, move along.
Okay.